You get opening with an Iowa, a Big Ten team. Does that really make camp a little different? You think?
I know we prepare the same. We don't change anything. We don't change who we are, our identity. We practice day by day. Film study day by day. So no, it's just a Big Ten game and conference game. We up for the challenge.
Tiawan, Coach was talking earlier about the DNA of a defense, and it starts with the takeaways. But as a cornerback, there's always that fine line and the risk-reward thing there. But
Right.
you guys were ball hawks last year. Like, how much of that goes into that this year, and knowing like when to take a chance and when not to, and maintaining that aggressiveness when it comes to turnovers?
It's all about doing your job. Not trying to be a Superman on the field. When the play comes your way, you make the play. Don't try to do nobody else's job. Because you can do somebody else's job. You out of line for your job, and just play within the defense, and the plays will come to you.
Not having him last year, I guess, what does Marcelino maybe reintroduce to that defense? I know we saw a lot of guys kind of fill that role. Even you, I think you said it, you preferred to call it the nickel, not the husky when you were in it. But obviously he's kind of been at that husky role for a long time. What does he bring back now that he's healthy?
The edge, the hunger in him, just the physical toughness he bring within himself, setting the edge, he can cover as well. He's a great leader out there. So, we glad to have him back. He's going to be a great help to the team.
Tiawan, what's impressed you about, I guess, the SEC transfers up front, in particular Ryder and Jaron, and how, I guess, important is it for you guys to get some just more pressure, more production out of the defensive front?
Maybe repeat. I didn't get to hear you.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Stand so I can enunciate better. What's impressed you about Ryder and Jaron Handy, the SEC transfers up front, and how important is it to get more sort of pressure coming out of that defensive front?
I'm excited for those guys. They real hard workers. They always into the playbook. They know their assignment. They know their job. They swarm to the ball. They hit the gaps that need to be hit. They set the edge when this need to be set. I'm very excited for those guys, and I'm glad they're part of the Hoosiers. They're going to be a great help, a big help to the team also.
Tiawan, you and this defense have kind of grown up together in your time here. Talk about the Tiawan Mullen that will be in Iowa City this Saturday and the defense versus the Tiawan Mullen and the defense that would have been there 2 years ago.
Well, 2 years ago, we don't, like Coach Allen say, what happened in the past stays in the past. We just grow, we learn. We real confident. We have great chemistry with each other. Guys have 2-3 years with each other. We know each other plays, strength, weakness. We have each other back out there. We're just gonna play freely because we're just comfortable. We have a lot of returning starters come back. We have some great guys that's added to the defense, like Ryder, and you have Jaron. So we're real excited, very confident within the defense and what Coach Warren gonna call. So we're excited for it.
Yeah, Ty, you talked a couple of weeks ago about not being afraid to get after guys if you need to. Have you noticed a lot of that at fall camp, and overall, have you noticed just a different tone with this team with so much higher expectations this year?
Right. The leaders stepping up, everybody stepping up. The youngest guys listening. Everybody buying into the program, buying into what Coach Allen's saying. It starts from him, then, rub off on the leaders. We have expectations. You don't worry about what the outsiders say. We just play within our program. Believe who we are. Don't change who we are. And we're gonna attack this season like never before. We're really excited for it and what's ahead. And it's gonna be a special journey for the Indiana Hoosiers.
You alluded to this a little bit in one of your answers, but just the communication on the back end, how has it been in camp? And then, with Raheem being the new guy, how has he kind of fit in with the rest of you returning guys with regards to that?
Well, I can't really hear y'all because of the mask.
The communication on the back end of the secondary, how has it been in fall camp? And then with Raheem being the new guy, how has he kind of fit in with you guys? And where is he in terms of being on the same page with the rest of you guys?
Well, the communication been great. I'm excited for everybody, especially Raheem, because he didn't get the chance to play with us last year. He's an older guy. He was in the cornerback room, now he in the safety room. So he know how both positions operate. You know, it's easy for him to operate. Me and him be on the same page. Jalen Williams, Reese Taylor, Devon Matthews. You know, I can name everybody from Micah to Cam Jones. You know, everybody just be on the same page. And just having Raheem back there, he's a leader. You know, he's a ball hog. You know, he's a selfless player. You know, everything about him is just positive. You know, we're glad to have him back. You know, he played a big role for me my freshman year, you know, helping me learn the playbook and things like that. So I'm glad to have him back.
Tiawan, Coach Warren, first year here as a defensive coordinator. We know we've talked a lot about this from the spring on, about how he was the one having to adapt more to Indiana's defense than you guys learning something new. But having been through all of this now and just days away from a game, where's your comfort level with him running this defense, and what, if anything, might be new or different that we haven't seen before?
My comfort level with him is just at the all-time high. You know, we had to get adjusted to him when he first came, you know, because we didn't know him, he didn't know us. You know, it's just like a newborn baby with a parent. You know, they don't know the baby. You know, you have to get to know the child. You know, and we did a great job with that within spring, fall camp, everybody bonding, you know, molding together, you know. And we adjusted to him. Now he adjusted to us. He know who we are as a player, as a human being. And, you know, we just real confident in what he gonna call during the game. So we're very excited and ready to display it on September 4th.
You mentioned earlier that you wait for the plays to come to your side. What goes through your mind when you know that play is going to your side?
You know, it's all about film studying. You know, the personnel they may be in. You know, just anticipating the percentage of what personnel they in and what most likely might come your way. But you know, just making a play when it comes to your way, there's no better feeling when you know a play is just going to come when you've been doing the field study and all the hard work with the great scout team we have. You know, they show great looks. You know, my hats off to those guys, because without them, we won't be who we are as a team. You know, those guys play a big role within our season. You know, we appreciate them a lot.